like the song's still ours. You hum his favorite off-key under your breath. I'm scared to sing the rest. Maybe every heart comes secondhand, a little torn. I trace the creases, wonder who they're really
through the city, the fog is thick and gray, searching for the prophet who went the other way. I see his silhouette leaning by the wall, waiting for the system and the tower to fall. He's got the secret rhythm, the ancient mystic sound, fire in the underdark, shadow in the dove, message from above. He's the keeper of the truth, the one we came to find, the only one who's leaving all the static behind.
Solo queda un pulso de bajo eléctrico y un efecto de viento espacial. La voz se vuelve lenta y profunda.
I reached out my hand, the touch is heavy, cold, to hear the final wisdom hidden in his throat. He turned his head slowly, the light hit the floor. I looked into the shadow and it wasn't there no more. Wasn't a prophet, it wasn't a man, it was just my own reflection in a broken tin can. The shadow I followed, the monster I sought, was the part of my spirit that could never be caught.
of my lonely existence. I dive in the water, I swim through the roar, leaving my footprints alone on the shore. They pull me on board, give me water and bread, but the captain looks at me with a feeling of dread.
I look at the crew, their faces are blurred. They speak in a language I've never once heard. Don't worry, he whispers with eyes like a gale. We've come to collect what is left of your tale. I look back at the island, back at the sand, and I see my own skeleton still holding the strand. There was no shipwreck, no boat, and no sea, just a prison of salt that I built out of me. I wasn't a survivor, just a ghost in the rain, replaying the moment I died in the main.
will play.
I stood upon the shore where the water meets the sky and watched the silver seagulls as they learn the way to fly. They don't ask for a map and they don't ask for a sign. They just trust the intuition of the ancient deep design. There is power in the surrendering, a freedom in the fall. When you that the smallness is the greatest thing of all. We are children of the stardust, we are echoes of the sun, living out 1,000 lives before the day is done. The words we leave behind us are just ripples in the sand, the ghost of a perspective and the memory of a hand. But the love that you have given and the kindness that you showed are the only real companions on this long and winding road. The rest is just a theater, a flicker on the wall, a temporary shelter in a monumental hall. Let the tension break, let the river find the sea. Everything you are is everything you need to be. Just a pulse in the dark, just a breath in the air. The answer isn't coming because it's already there. In the quiet hours before the city starts to wake, I sit beside the choices that I didn't mean to make. We are all just collectors of the things we couldn't keep, planting seeds of worry while the rest of the world is asleep. I saw an old man sweeping up the shadows on the street, with the weight of 80 winters dragging at his feet. He said the secret to the journey isn't where you're going to, it's how much of the heavy luggage you can leave behind of you. Whoa. We build our tiny empires on a foundation of sand, holding on to lightning with a trembling human hand. We wanna be the mountain, we wanna be the sea, but we're just a single leaf upon a vast and ancient tree. The stars don't need a reason to be burning in the sky, and the wind doesn't need a witness when it's passing by. We're so afraid of being small, at the bottom of a well. It couldn't point to heaven and it couldn't point to hell. It just sat there in the darkness, perfectly at rest, no longer concerned with the north or with the west. There is freedom in the brokenness, a comfort in the flaw, a peace that lives outside the reach of any human law. So let the rain come down and let the river take its course. Stop trying to fight the current with a useless, tired force. The map is just a memory of a place you've never been. The real world is starting where the definitions end. Be the silence in the forest, be the ripple in the stream, be the one who finally wakes up from the fever of the dream. The only thing you own is the breath you're taking now, before the hand of winter settles down upon your brow. Let the garden grow, let the seasons turn. There is nothing left to buy, and there's nothing left to burn. Just a pulse in the marrow, just a light in the bone. The greatest way to wander is to finally be The sun is singing like a heavy gold coin, where the salt and the sweat and the rhythm join. I'm sitting at the bar of the Blue Lagoon, sipping on a drink under a crescent moon. The old man told me, boy, don't you go to the island where the black orchids grow. But I got the map and I got the boat, and a heart that's barely keeping afloat. I reach the shore as the steel drums play, a melody echoing through the palm tree shade. The village was festive, the dancers were bright, swinging their hips in the tropical light. They offered me fruit and they offered me wine, saying stay for a while, everything is fine. But I had to find the temple in the trees to bring the great tyrant down to his knees. Tropical fever, rhythm in the heat, moving to the pulse of the jungle beat. Searching for the pro, searching for the prize, underneath the mask of the paradise skies. Don't trust the water, don't trust the breeze, coconut trees. I found the stone altar, I found the sacred chest, thinking this treasure would end my quest. I pulled out my dagger, I broke the rusted chain to end the old sorcerer's terrible reign. I lifted the lid and I prepared to fight, but the box was filled with a blinding white light. Stopped dead, the dancer stood still. A sudden cold shiver, a sudden deep chill. I looked at the treasure, but all I could find was a small wooden doll of a very strange kind. It had my own clothes and a lock of my hair, and a tiny red heart beating right there. I felt a sharp tug in the center of my chest as the doll was laid down for its final rest. Oh. The villagers gathered and they started to sing, welcome back home to our beautiful king. I tried to run back to the surf and the sand, but I felt my legs turn into a wooden tin strand. I wasn't the hero come to set them all free. I was the battery for the island's tree. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Another lost sailor before the dawn. The sun is sinking like a heavy gold coin.
gaze and wonder what the falling is for. The trees don't compete for the reach of the sun. They just grow until the growing is done. There's a power in letting the ego subside and ride in the wave of the internal tide. We've mapped out the oceans and the craters of Mars, but we're still total strangers to the beat of our scars. We carry the universe inside of a cell, with a heaven to give and a story of hell. Maybe the purpose isn't something to find, but a state of the soul and a piece of the mind. Could be like the river, both ancient and new, and simply be happy with the point of the view. Slow down the heartbeat, let the air settle in. Where the noise finally ends is where we begin. Just a breath in the dark, just a spark in the sky. The most beautiful truth is the hello and goodbye.
Stained glass water and a salt crust breeze, sailing through the keys of the Caribbean Sea. I'm 1,000 miles out where the radar goes blind, leaving the weight of the city behind. The mast is a finger pointing straight at the sun. The race for the treasure has finally begun. I'm chasing the light on the edge of the spray, where the blue of the night meets the gold of the day. I dropped a heavy anchor in a secret lagoon, beneath the pale face of a tropical moon. The sand was like diamonds, the palms were like lace, a heaven hidden in a lonely place. I saw a campfire burning on the dunes up ahead, reflecting the embers of a sunset of red. Drums beating in the chest of the earth, finding out what a moment is worth. Yeah, we're chasing the light to the soul of the hour, walking a lonely and beautiful mile. Yeah. I walked to the fire and I saw a tall man with skin like the leather and a deep dusty tan. He was wearing the clothes of a captain of old, with buttons of silver and stitching of gold. He looked at my face and he gave me a grin and said, pull up a stone, let the stories begin. He told me of shipwrecks and mountains of spies, of a life he had lived in this dark paradise. He spoke of the seasons and the turn of the tide, and the secrets that only the hurricane hides. I asked him his name and I asked for the year, and why I was the only one standing right here. With a needle of bone, and I realized I was sitting there totally alone. The fire was cold and the wood was just stone. I looked at the sand and I saw my own bone. I wasn't a traveler who just reached the shore.
¿Qué tal, Adrián? ¿Cómo estuvo? Gracias por la ayuda. ¿Puedes decirle aquí a la cámara dónde estamos? Barra del Tordo, Tamaulipas, con Adrián. Nos ayudó a despegar. Bueno, pues es todo por hoy. Disfrutamos mucho. Conocimos a Adrián y a Roy. Y ahora vamos a empacar. A Rogelio. ¿Cuántos años tienes, Roy? Adrián. Mira, ¿puedes quitar esa ramita? Gracias. Pues qué padre estuvo aquí con esta pista. Rogelio nos contó que aquí hicieron con moldes todas las piezas para...
Que el río está seco, que el amor que tenía ya no.
Aquí aterrizó un avión. Órale.
Pero yo no escuché, yo seguí mi camino.
Wow, ¿eso cuándo fue, Adrián?
Con el pecho encendido y un mal vaticinio. Llegué a la casita de Cali de arena, donde ella juró aliviarme la pena. Vi luz en el cuarto, vi sombras de dos y un frío de muerte me robó la voz. Esa sombra de hombre que estaba con ella me apagó de golpe.
Y fue en la noche, en la mañana. Y eran mexicanos. ¿De dónde venían? Eran civiles, andaban paseando.